You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the introduction with the name in it.
Well, I mean, they can see
Right. Hey y'all, what's the tea? Welcome. Hey y'all, what's the tea? This is the Let's Tea About It podcast. We are here
it. We're here.
with the one and only LaBreia.
It's me, LaBreia in the shade.
What's
Hey.
tea?
Hey, girl.
You want to tell the girls a little bit about yourself, where you from, your name?
I am the LaBreia in the shade Anderson. I hail from the Richmond, Virginia. From the east end of Richmond, Virginia.
Girl, you might as well give me your address. Girl, you tell them what side of town you on.
No, I was just telling them what side of town I'm from, not
Oh,
what side of
okay.
town I'm on.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm from the east end of Richmond. And, I'm just your typical girl's girl. Some would refer to me as a transmission or a transformer.
What do you mean by transmission?
Well, because I'm a transgender.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm transgender, they have all these references and things that they say about us. You know, girl. You know.
not, not you know.
You know, I am. You're familiar. You're part of the community.
I am weird. Okay, y'all. So we about to get into a little game I call tea or coffee. So basically, you got to pick between two different things. So don't think about it. Just pick. There's no context. You ain't get no explanation. Just pick one or the other.
That's hard for me.
I know it's hard for you. That's why I had to bring it. That's exactly why I had to break it down like that. Okay, so I'm gonna give you two things to choose from.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Heels or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Makeup or no makeup?
No makeup.
Texting or FaceTiming?
Text me.
Brunch or dinner date?
Ooh, give me dinner.
Rich and boring or broke and funny?
Rich and boring.
Okay. The OGs or the YNs?
OGs.
Top or bottom? Pick one.
Bottom. I'm a bottom.
Oh, wow. Smart meat or big meat?
Boyfriend dick.
Love at first sight or friends first? So would you fuck on the first night?
I'm definitely probably... You need to test the waters.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
So, first night. Fitting in or standing out?
Standing out, of course.
Okay, word. Okay, so that's T. So basically, you mentioned something about a transmission transformer. So we about to get into some trans things. Okay,
let's get into them.
So when did you first realize that you was transgender?
I think I always knew that I felt more feminine. I always liked girly things like makeup, high heel shoes, tight skirts, shorts and things of that nature. And I always felt more myself in these items or when I was planning girl things. Okay. I didn't quite know at that age that it was called transgender, but I knew I was always more comfortable female presenting.
Okay. So what has been the most rewarding part of your transition?
Being able to live in my truth and unapologetically be myself and be accepted for it. A lot of people have a problem coming out as gay or trans because there is a fear of acceptance by their peers, by their family. And it's really not that bad. My family loves me. My friends
But do you
love me.
feel like do you feel like in the community, like the girls got to come out, like the trans, like do it have to be like a coming out thing? Like why I feel like why do it always have to be a coming out situation when it comes to the girls?
I don't think it has to be. I think oh God, I hate to go to the Bible, but the Bible says they will know you by your fruit. So that simply to me means they know you by what you present.
Okay.
They know you by what the fruit you bear. They know you by how you show up.
Okay. So you do feel like the girls should come out in a sense, or to some
I don't
capacity?
feel like they should have to hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm coming out as trans. I don't feel like they should have to do that. I feel like when you see me, you see this wig on my head, you see this makeup on my face, and it's done very flawlessly, if I
It,
must say so myself.
okay. Is
Thank
is
you.
is trans a look? Because you just described a whole lot of things. So is trans a
Tr-
look or
Trans is not a look, it's a state of mind, it's a state of being.
okay.
Um, However, I do think it can come with a look. I,
Okay.
I think if you walking around with, oh, they're gonna kill me. I think if you walking around with a full mustache and a full beard,
Like how I used to do.
but you're not trans.
Right.
And you're
Are
claiming
you saying someone that's claiming the title
as
trans?
I'm a trans
Okay.
woman. Okay, you saying
Uh-huh.
I'm a trans woman. I don't think anybody can take you serious as a trans woman if
Mm-hmm.
you're still presenting to them a man.
Okay.
Like there are transgender women out here who I would think they would think you were trans before they were trans because when you see them, you're going to see a guy. Granted, there are also trans men. You know, women transitioning to men,
Uh-huh.
and I don't feel like you have to look a certain way, but I do think it helps, and I think it's a form of protection. You know,
Uh-huh.
because clocky girls always getting beat up, picked on, ostracized, treated funny. So I think it's for me. The look is I want to look this way because this is how I feel, but I also want to look this way so when I go outside, I don't have some of the same issues that I've had in the past.
So do you feel like it should be when someone transitions, do you feel like it should be a mental thing if you do decide to transition, or do you feel like
Yes, definitely. I think the mental component is what because let's say you're not mentally in the space where you want to transition, you want to be transgender, you know, you want breasts, you want to look like if you're not in that if mentally it doesn't match up to what you feel, I mean what you see on the outside,
hmm
I think it'll start to cause some type of friction in your mind.
hmm
And I also think that I think the mental part comes first.
hmm
I think mentally in my mind, I was already this before I presented it on the outside.
yeah. When I speak to like a lot of my trans girlfriends, they always tell me like it started mentally first, and then like the physical came
Came along like
after.
because no shade, I had to learn. I had to learn how to tug. I had to learn how to wherever. I had to learn how to contour my body, make it look more feminine. I had to
hmm
learn these things, but in my mind, it's what I already felt, so to speak. I already felt like I'm that girl.
Uh-huh.
I never felt like, oh, I want to go play football. I want to cheer for the niggas playing football.
Right. Okay, what do you feel like has been your hardest thing as far as transitioning? Like what was the hardest thing that you had to overcome or face as a trans woman?
For me personally,
Mm-hmm.
when I initially started hormones, I found out I had a kidney issue, something that a lot of people don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when I had to go on dialysis, I had a lot of obstacles in my transition because of my health issues.
Okay.
So, I think the biggest hurdle for me was getting in my mind that this doesn't have to stop you.
Right.
You know, you having a kidney issue doesn't have to stop you from transitioning. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have to stop you from becoming the version of you that you want to be.
Right.
And I think that was my biggest hurdle because mentally I was messed up. I was like, oh, I just started hormones and now I got to stop because they don't know whether it's going to interfere.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went through a lot of changes in my body. I lost weight. I got darker.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of things that I loved about myself changed.
Did that ever make you think like dealing with the health issues and dealing with your transition, did that ever make you think like, well, maybe I shouldn't do this or maybe I
Yeah,
should? Okay.
yeah. But I wouldn't be comfortable if I didn't.
Right.
I would still be living in what ifs
Mm-hmm.
if I had not.
So have you always been this feminine? Like all like the way you carry yourself and
I think I maybe was even more feminine when I was younger. I had a softer voice. I always had the mannerisms. I remember my sister and my brother telling me when I was younger I wanted my room to be painted purple.
Girl.
Yeah.
And you always hung out with girls?
I hung out with boys and girls, but I hung out with the boys because I was trying to,
Hunch.
you know.
Wait a minute. What age are we talking about?
You said what?
What age are we? What age are we talking about?
um,
Like middle school?
yeah, middle school. I will never forget the first boy that I was like, I knew I had a crush on him. I knew I wanted him because when I stepped beside him on the school bus, and it was like my stomach was so unsettled. It was like a combination of excited and afraid.
Mhm.
And then when I realized that he also liked me,
Oh wow. And you was in grade school?
I was in middle school.
But no tea, no shade. I still remember in elementary school, I used to have crushes on boys. I was born gay.
I think I was born trans as well, but however,
Wait a minute, you was born trans?
yeah.
Break that down for me. Like,
I was I was born in the wrong
and,
body,
and
I
when and when
swear.
and when you say that in my mind, I'm thinking like since like ever since you could remember mentally, you felt like you was just
A
eh,
girl.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never you know how boys, even to the way that men think, men care a lot about what the next man thinks about him.
Hmm.
That's why the DL culture is so rampant the way that it is,
Oh
because men
wow.
care
Hmm.
so much about what the next man is thinking about them, which is very homosexual like behavior in itself. Like, why would you care what this man think? He ain't got a coochie to give you. Y'all not gonna be in love. Why do you care?
Okay.
Whatever. So I never had that. I never gave a fuck.
Hmm.
Like what anybody thought.
Hmm.
Um, except for my parents.
Okay.
And that was because I didn't want to disappoint them.
Right. I felt the same way too, as like
And
a little gay
I
boy.
I think I lived in secret, growing up, not really verbalizing to my mom was a bona fide Christian woman. Um, and I did not want to. I didn't want her to feel like she failed. I didn't want her to feel like her baby was going to hell.
Hmm.
So it was like it was hard because I want to be me, but at the same time, I don't want to hurt her. My dad, I didn't give a fuck what he thought
So
because
was you DL?
I think for a period in my life I was.
Me too.
But I don't understand how because I was always this.
Feminine.
I was always this, okay, so take the hair off and maybe the makeup, but I was always
The
this,
girl.
the girl. So I'm just like, how do you not know?
Right. But the gag is they probably knew it was just because they know their kids. But I was a DL kid too. But in my mind, but like looking back at my pictures, like as a little
How?
kid, right?
It's
Like
like
girl,
how?
come on
It's
now.
like I look back at there's a picture of me. God, I wish I had it. There's a picture of me when I was like 3 or 4 years old.
Uh-huh.
Okay, 3 or 4, and I have on like this jean jumper, and we're out somewhere eating apparently, and I'm leaned up on the table like I'm poking my butt out. I'm like I got the one pointed toe and
I got
everything
pictures like that too as a
as
kid.
a kid.
As a
So
kid.
it's like, are we sure you didn't know something? And then it's like you have to get into the things that I also had. I had a kitchen set. I had an easy bake oven. Like,
Girl, don't bring up the kitchen set. Oh my gosh, I remember that whole Facebook post that went viral about the buying the son a kitchen set. I'm like, girl,
well, my mama bought me one. I got it for Christmas. I
but
don't
that
forget it.
didn't
It
t-
was one of my favorite
but
toys.
that didn't turn you
No, that didn't
or
turn me
anything like
shit.
that.
It didn't turn me anything because I was already that.
I feel like they
I was
they
already
give our
that.
community so much power. It's like anything we touch, they like, oh, they gonna turn gay, they gonna turn trans. Like, girl, calm down. Like,
Which is why and I'm gonna tell you why men think that way.
not only men think that
I
way.
know not only men think that way, but let me give you why the men think that way. I'm not sure what it is with women. Maybe they see what happens with the men. So I I I had a man. We used to be cool. Well,
Uh-huh.
he was a boy at the time because we were young, and he knew what I was.
Mm-hmm.
and we were still cool. And he would always tell me how he could never ever, see himself being gay, doing that with no boy, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And we were alone one time. We had never been alone. We were alone one time, and the one time we were alone, we cut up.
Oh wow.
And
Cut up, cut up.
baby,
Was it a 1-2 or y'all really got into some things?
we got into some
Oh
things.
wow.
And after getting into some things, he withdrew. He
uh,
withdrew. We were friends before, but he didn't like talk to me. He stopped hanging out with me. He stopped speaking to me at
so that was
school.
y'all first and last
That
time?
was the first and last time we ever did it. Fast forward to now, I'm grown. I think I was 21,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw him out somewhere, and I was this girl,
The girl.
and he kept saying, "You look familiar. You used to go to Elcott," and I was like, "Yeah." And I'm not gonna say his name, but I was like, "Hey,
Cause you know the girls are trying to get that tea.
hey, yeah, it's me."
What's good?
And we exchanged numbers, and he was on it.
Of
Like he
course.
was on it. When I say on it, like I don't give a fuck if we got to go out of town. I want to take you out. You you can't just take me out here in Richmond.
Not out of town, but why not though? Out of town is
I don't mind going out
cute.
of town, but I don't want to be going out of town because you're trying to hide me
Right.
either.
Yeah, let's get that straight. Okay. No tea. No.
Because baby, if you
Shade.
think I get up here and I pile this shit up on my motherfucking face and deal with all this, I don't even like hair. Okay, let me let you know that I don't even like if I can deal with this as long as I can take it off.
Okay. A nice little glueless unit.
I used to get sew-ins, and like looking back, it's like I don't understand how I used to do that because I cannot stand
So in.
for it to be on me.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
All day, every day, especially in the summertime. Oh
and
my
my own hair, I
gosh.
cut my own hair in a pixie one time because
Girl.
I was like, I got up, I was trying to take some braids out, and it was taking too long, and I was irritated, and I wanted it out. So I
Girl.
had a full on Angela Bassett moment. I'm sitting in Siobhan's chair, and I'm like, cut this shit. And
Girl.
she's like, what? And I'm like, oh, well, I'll cut this shit then.
Girl.
Yeah,
And
it's coming up off
pixies
me.
be harder to upkeep than a longer
Well, I
hair.
learned that,
Girl,
and that's why
yes.
now.
How do you feel about pronouns?
Respect them.
How do you feel about they, them pronouns? Are we still respecting? Because I know a lot of
Yeah.
people, there's a lot of people that be like, they ain't calling nobody.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
respect them people pronouns.
I,
And here's the thing. I'm gonna respect you as long as you respect me. So I
facts.
don't care what your pronouns are. And if I meet someone and I'm unsure because of the social climate, the way things are today, I'm gonna ask. What are your pronouns?
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you say is what I'm gonna honor. If you say, "Call me Clifford the Big Red Dog," I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna say, "Okay, Cliff or Red. Which one would you prefer?"
I'm fucking weak. So me personally, when I first see someone, I call them as I see them. So if you present very feminine to me, I'm gonna call you girl until you tell me different. And if it offends you, I want you to tell me so I can correct myself.
Right.
And then vice versa for if you present masculine. But as far as like the date them, I probably would have to be around you more in order for me to get used to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I will slip up and say like
Well,
he, she.
here's the thing: a genuine slip up is okay because I have family who still every now and again might hit me with a he,
Mm-hmm.
and how I fix that for them to how I train them not to do that is when they do it, I don't answer them. I act like I don't hear them
Okay.
because I don't. Because who are you talking to? It's no
Ah,
way that you can look at me um like this and then be like he and not feel crazy.
mhm. So do you feel like I know it's like with family, I know they be having like slip ups and things like that, but do you ever feel like they ever do it intentionally? Like some of them just don't want to respect your womanhood?
Um, not anymore.
Okay.
Not anymore. I feel like maybe early on in my transition, earlier on, maybe they would do that. But I don't feel like they do it anymore because they see how serious I'm taking it. And that's another thing. If you don't take your transition serious, how is anybody else? I feel like if you don't take your transition
But
serious.
do you? Well, let me challenge that really quickly.
Okay.
As far as taking your transition serious, but don't trans look different for everybody though? And also, who's at the voting table when it comes to taking trans serious? Now, don't get me wrong. I see where you coming from, but I'm just challenging what
So
you
so
saying.
this is what I'm saying. Every time when there's something on the news about transgender caught in the female bathroom doing this, that, and the third, it's always
A white man
here
with
I
a beard.
go. Here I go. It's always a man. It's always a man, specifically a white man, and
Yeah,
yes, with a beard.
yeah. If you
They
don't,
don't ever show none of the real girls like the T.S. Madisons, the
but
C.C.
but
Greens.
see, the gag is it don't even be trans women. It be white cross dressers. It don't even really be trans. Like, and then I think with news and
Stop
media,
this.
I think like with the news and the media, I think they just want to like tarnish trans women.
I believe
So as
so.
soon as they see like a white, I know I keep saying white man, but when you come on now, like they be the only ones to be doing the crazy shit like that. You don't see, like, you know what I'm saying? They be the only ones that be looking like. Let me stop before I get canceled. But no, for real though,
No,
like.
I mean, I'm with you when you're
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like they
I'm
be
with
the
you when you're
and I feel
right.
like it gives trans women in general, like as a collective, like a bad name, and they need to stop doing that, and they need to start calling them what I think they are. But who am I to say that they are just cross dressed? I have to actually. I feel like I'm the perfect person.
I think so. I would agree
Don't
with
see
you
what I'm
that you
saying?
are the perfect
But
person.
but yeah, I just feel like the news and media and social media in general just be trying to push this this agenda against like trans women to
But like there are not trans men as well.
right.
And see, here's the thing. The gag is for me is okay. Let's go with the whole bathroom thing, right? Okay. So you really they can't see what I got on for real. But you really want this little ass dress and these little two bumps sitting up on the back of my ass. Like, cause it ain't much, but when I put on the right clothes, baby, it gives illusion.
Okay.
So, you really want me in this little tight ass dress? You want me like this around your nigga in the bathroom? And see the way that I'm gonna give it up. Shit, I might go stand beside that nigga.
not
I
not
might
st-
go stand right
not
beside
stay beside
him.
him, girl. What you gonna stay beside him and do? A quick little look down. Oh
Just like
shit.
that, it's over.
They be ready to go, which is that's sad.
Just like that, I'm talking about.
And they be so sad.
Just like that, it's over. Niggas is overly easy. And
Okay.
that's what I need. I would like a lot. That's why I push the whole the prep situation.
Okay.
You know, because it's not just for gay men. It's not just
So,
for transgender women. I think that everybody needs to be on it.
uh,
That way you would be less worried about what this nigga is doing
so,
because
so you
you be
push it for
protecting yourself.
everybody.
Yes, for everybody. I think everybody should be on prep. You know, if you can get on it, you should be on it because
Why
why
not?
not? Why not make sure that you're protected in the best way?
In the best way.
In the best way.
Because you just never know.
Especially when you know you one of those loose girls, you know, one of those breeded raw girls.
Ooh, John, other brooded. But girl, speaking of DL men,
Oh God.
now I know you have a lot of female friends.
I do.
Now, if you know that a man that they are dealing with, or just a man in their circle that hang around them is DL, are you telling them?
Well, first of all, if it's a man that's in their circle, it's really none of their business.
Okay.
Because just like it's not his business what she's doing.
Okay.
However, there are certain girls like close family members, really close friends. If I was to find out that, let's say we dealing with the same man, because
Mm-hmm.
that's normally how I go. Um, I'm gonna have to let like okay. I had a situation with a cousin
Mm-hmm.
who we were in the car together, and this guy calls.
Mm-hmm.
I see the phone number on the screen. We in the car. I see the phone number on the screen, and I'm like, I know that number. I started looking through my phone. I'm like, oh, that's this nigga. And
Oh,
I tell her, I say, hey, that's this nigga. And she's like, yeah, how
oh
you know him? And I
wow.
was like, girl, you know how I know him.
So you told her the tea.
Of course, this is my cousin. We like this. And I
Okay.
know for a fact the type of woman she is that that's not something that she would be happy with.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a cousin who really don't mind just as long as you tell her. If
Mm-hmm.
you're honest, she's not going to care. So, and I just wouldn't, it's at my discretion
Mm-hmm.
who I tell and who I don't tell in situations like that, because I've also been in situations where I call myself looking out for a girl and she put me in a bad space.
They'll spill your tea real quick.
Yeah, like there's no need. If I tell you, hey, you know this nigga a killer. This nigga could very well want to kill me for telling you this, but I'm going to tell you this because I'm looking out for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you still go and run your mouth to the nigga. Now I don't trust you. I never tell you anything else if I live through it,
Mm-hmm.
because you could have very well just signed my death warrant
Facts.
with me trying to be a good friend or a good family member to you.
And I like to think that, maybe they don't think about the bad part, spilling your tea and telling.
How can you not though?
I
How
know,
can you
but
not when it's repeatedly seen in the news?
that's why
Oh,
that's why I say I like to think that. But in reality, it's just like you really put me in a tough spot.
and you
But
don't care. You
and
don't
you
care.
do
You
not
don't
care.
value me. You don't love me.
But see, my thing is, I know you said that's your cousins and y'all like this. I'm not this close with none of my female cousins. No tea, no shade to my cousins. But now my sisters, I would definitely tell them. Like if they was dealing with a nigga that was straight and that I knew about it, oh yeah, I'm definitely telling them. But anybody else, I don't really trust anybody else to like tell them that information.
But you
You know what
know
I'm
what would
saying?
eliminate that?
What's that?
What would eliminate it if these men would stop being cowards and be honest? I know that that's easier said than done,
Hmm.
and I also know that
Are are you referring to the DL men that are in relationships with women, or just men that haven't came
DL
out?
men, period, but DL men, period, because you shouldn't have to hide who you are. For several reasons. One being, you live your life being someone else. By the time you get 60 or 70 or 80, you are so unfulfilled.
But is it hiding or is it none of your business?
Well, there's a difference between discretion and DL.
Okay,
Discretion is none of your business.
right.
DL is hiding.
Okay. And I think, and see, this is another thing too. I think people use the term DL too loosely
Loosely.
on social media, on the internet. Just because you don't know somebody's gay doesn't mean that.
Because it's not your business. If you are not fucking this man, you should not be concerned with who else he's fucking.
And that's what it be given. Like people are
You
so
sh-
entitled to men's sexuality, especially black
Black
men.
men,
And
yes.
like that's my whole point. It's like just because you didn't know, I mean, it's none of your business. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
none of your
Like
business.
it's not really. It don't really be a gag. And then I.
If he wanna been a tranny
It's none of y'all
over his knee,
business.
it's none of your
Okay, and
business.
then also I feel like start asking people their sexuality too, even though they might lie. But have you asked? Somebody might tell you the
if
truth.
if if society made men more comfortable, men of that caliber or of that stature more comfortable, if you didn't make him feel like he'll never be able to touch another piece of pussy again, all his niggas gonna clown him, his family's gonna disown him, if he was not made to feel that way, I think it would be more men willing to be honest. I'm
True.
not making an excuse for them,
Hmm.
but I can understand their plight.
But see, the thing is, a few years ago, my thoughts of deal men kind of shifted. I used to think like everybody should just come out, but then I thought like it's really nobody's business. But I feel like if you're in a relationship with someone, they should know your sexuality, whether you're a man or a woman or whatever
Exactly.
the
The
case may
person
be,
you're dating should be aware.
of your sexuality. But as a young black boy, it's always this pressure of, oh, you got to be masculine, you got to be this, you got to play sports,
Oh, the
you can't do nothing.
hypermasculinity of it
Yeah,
all.
you can't do nothing feminine. So like I said, I was a DL kid in my mind anyway. But and I had girlfriends and everything because I was trying my best to hide the fact
Yo.
that I was gay.
So let me give you this tea that people don't know. Well, people that went to school with me know, but being grown, people don't know. Well, we tell people, so some people do know. Anyway, I had a girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Her name was Tori. What's up, Tori? What's up, Big
I had a
Papa?
girlfriend named Tori too.
Okay, I'm not gonna say her last name. We'll talk about it later.
Shout out to Tori. Hey, Tori girl.
Tori. And what's crazy is I was super feminine and she was really masculine. Mm-hmm. And it took me to get a little grown to like revisit this and think about it. Mm-hmm. She was my man. She was my man. I remember one time I went to her house and we was chilling and she arched my eyebrows. She arched my eyebrows. And here's the gag. She's a stud today.
For real.
She is a stud today. And when we first seen each other, like, grown, like, me like this and her like that, I was like, you was my nigga, bruh. You was definitely my man.
Wait, maybe y'all should revisit that. You like coochie?
No.
Have you ever had coochie before?
Yes.
Ew. Are you serious? How many times?
Once.
How did you...
Well, it 1.5 times. The second time, oh God.
How did you even get it up for?
There was another man in the room.
Oh.
The second time. The first time, it didn't work at all.
So it was, okay. So it was a man in there. Room. But I don't even think I could do it then.
Well, judge not, lest you be judged. Because I'm about to say some shit. So, like, I had to be sucking his dick to keep my dick hard.
Oh wow!
While I was fucking her.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was a date. You know, it was coins.
Okay, it was.
Otherwise, I would have never entertained it.
It was a transaction.
It was a transaction. Yes.
Okay. Me personally, I physically and mentally can't do it. Like I wouldn't be able to get up.
Now it wouldn't work because I've been on hormones for so long. It doesn't even like I have to be really aroused for it to like get hard. Mm-hmm. Like, when I say really right, the only person that can get it hard is my man. Shout out to my man. Thank you for my man.
So when you on hormones for a long period of time, it's hard for you to get hard? Like, it's difficult?
I think it's different for everybody, but yeah. They actually warn you of that. And, you stop producing sperm and testosterone. That's why they say if you want to have kids, it's best to, like, freeze your sperm early and... before you really get deep into it, because after a while you won't be able to produce sperm anymore. Mm-hmm. Like right now, I don't like how when you nut, it's
shooting blanks.
Yeah, when I nut, it's clear. It look like pussy juice.
Oh wow! So you said shout out to your man. Now, is your man straight?
I'm a girl, ain't it?
Okay. So you date straight men.
I date straight identifying men.
Now, break that down for the people who don't understand.
I date men who date female figures and women and anything that is feminine and soft. They really, well, not anything that's feminine and soft. They can't do dudes, bricks. They can't, they like girls. They like something. They like soft, jiggly. They like, they like women. Mm-hmm. Now, whether that classifies them as straight, I don't know, but that's what they think they are. So who am I to tell them that they're not?
I think now for me, I think I actually went over this in my other video, but I think for me, a lot of bisexual men, I just like to say, just to cover all bases, are attracted to me, basically.
Yeah, I would agree, but you can't tell some of them that they bisexual.
Right.
You can't tell some of them that. Some of them, they hear the word bisexual and they start overthinking, and like I said, like...
Because in the black community, bisexual means gay.
It means gay.
Straight up gay.
Exactly.
No ifs, ands, or...
And then once you've been with a man or
you're
anything
gay.
like it, you're gay. Even if it was just one time, it was an experience and you didn't like it.
You're gay.
You're gay. And they shame they shame you for it. And that goes back to what I was saying about DL culture. It is so rampant because society perpetuates it. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't such a big thing, it wouldn't be a thing.
If I was DL right now, I wouldn't come out. I wouldn't feel the need to come out to nobody. It's none of y'all business. And I wouldn't feel safe coming out, actually.
Well, that in itself is the problem, because what a lot of men are not going to say because of the hyper masculinity and because of society is that they are afraid.
And then the mental thing too is people don't understand, like, it's a lot of mental that goes into that.
I one time had fucked this nigga and he kept on telling me while we were having sex, "Oh, I thought you was a girl. I thought you was a
Oh no,
girl.
I said no, baby. You
That's
got
crazy.
you gotta
I'm
go.
not a girl. And I'm talking about we having sex. My dick flapping around. Like,
did
what
that
do you mean?
did that scare you a little bit? Like because you know, like when niggas nut, it be like,
They come to their senses.
yeah, some will be like, you know, they rise up from the dead. Like, wait a minute, I'm straight. Who the fuck are you? Is you a
And
nigga?
I'm the same nigga that you just was throwing dick in. How about that?
Okay.
And if you get up and start acting crazy, I'm gonna bust you across your head with this 9 millimeter, and then I'm gonna put it in your face and say, "Get dressed and get the fuck out my
Dudes
house."
like that. I remember, you know, back in my days, but I didn't deal with a couple of dudes who, you know, after they nut, it's like they switch, and it's like, girl, and when they switch, you got to get out there quickly, in a fast, in a hurry. Don't take no shade,
Well, maybe you do,
girl. Immediately, I do not play around with the trade.
but I'm gonna tell you, don't get crazy on me because I'm a get crazy too. I'm gonna start. Hey, I had a guy after we did it. He was like sitting in the corner, real quiet, and he started crying.
Okay,
And I come out the bathroom. I walk back in my room because we're at my house, and I walk back in my room, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" It's
no.
like, I can't believe I did this shit, man.
Oh no, you
I
gotta
can't.
go, baby. You got to go.
Go ahead and get dressed, babe.
Here, babe. Here's your shoes.
Go ahead and get dressed, cause
Here's your keys.
I don't want you to feel like you can snap out in here, cause
Mm-hmm.
I am licensed to carry,
I,
and I will shoot
I
you.
would get very much. So what you doing tomorrow? Because I'm about to, I'm about to lay it all down, and
I
you
don't even
about to
give
go.
that. Please hurry up and get your get out. Please, please,
Ah,
please hurry.
but yeah, the train is dangerous. I'm scared of the train now. Like girl, you be thinking I'm playing when I say that, but I'm like, I don't got time to be dealing like with crazy
Well, the
trade.
sex work is what turned me off to the trade.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I indulged in sex work for the short while that I had to, mama had to pay these bills.
Girl,
For any,
you gotta do what you
again,
gotta do.
judge not lest you be judged. And this is a very vulnerable moment for me, so please, God, understand. Um, I had these guys rob me, like when I was working the beat, and I actually had a couple situations. Now we only talked about the one where I was robbed,
Mm-hmm.
and it was three dudes. I knew not to get in the car with them, but I thought if I separated them, that everything would be okay. So that's what I did. I took one to my little spot, um, and we were doing the do, and the other one came walking down, like kind of looking for us. He didn't find us, but I'm like, oh, this nigga, he's thirsty. He really got to have it. Let me hurry up and give it to him. And I called him over, and I went back to, you know. And
Doing it below.
not to be confused with doing blow.
Oh yeah, let's get that straight. Let's get that straight, Miss Mamas.
This is a drug-free zone. So the other guy, he comes over. I call him over. He comes over, and I go back to doing what I'm doing. And he says, "How much money you got in that purse, sweetheart?" And I stopped, and I'm ready to turn around and cuss his ass out. But when I turned around,
Girl.
the barrel to a 40 was in my face.
Ooh, child.
And I said, "Oh, you want to count it? You can count it. Here." I started giving him the purse.
Did your light flash before your eyes, girl?
No, no, it didn't flash before my eyes, you know. Somehow I always knew the guy had me, even in my mess, because, again, back to the Bible. It says, acknowledge him in all your ways. When I used to go to work,
And when you say work, you mean sex work.
yeah, I'm glad you clarified. Thanks for clarifying. That's what I meant. But when I would go to work at night, because that's when I used to work the most at night, I was a lady of the night. When I used to go to work, I would pray on my way to work, and I would pray to be safe, and I would pray that God allow me to make enough money to pay my bills. And that was a lot of that came from like pride and not wanting to ask for help. and not knowing the resources that I had at the time, because there were a lot of resources out there where I could have, had help, but I didn't know. I was uneducated, but I was very educated and well versed in sucking and fucking.
Okay.
And once I knew that sucking and fucking something that I like to do
It made a
could
coin
also
from
bring me
the coin.
money.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm gonna say the first night that I did it, I was so nervous. But when I got home, I was like pulling money from everywhere. I was pulling money out my bra, pulling money out my drawers, pulling money from up underneath my wig, and I threw it all in the bed. I started counting. I was like, oh well, I found a new job.
Okay. It pays the bills.
And some.
But I feel like we all got to go through some type of storms to see the rainbow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we all, have our little things that we done been through. And
would I do it today? Depends on how much money you have. But probably not. I'm not in a space where I need that today.
But look how much you've grown since then, though.
Right.
Look how much you've grown. Like,
right. Ooh, them tacky synthetic wigs or them little coochie dresses. Oh my god.
How do you feel about the term cisgender? Let me ask
I don't want to fight this battle.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
When was the last time you referred to your female friends as cisgender to their face in conversation?
Shit, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were having a conversation about the word, and this is actually me and one of my cousins. We were having a conversation about the word, and she was like, "Well, just don't call me that." And you know what? I respect that you don't want to be called a natural woman, even though you're telling me you want to be called a natural woman. Just call me woman or whatever. This is the thing.
So you call her that because she told you not to call her that?
No, I had called her that before.
Oh,
We were having a discussion about the word. We had come across a video on Facebook.
Okay.
About the time.
But I'm saying, like, outside of having a conversation about it, like just in everyday life.
I've never used that word.
Okay.
I've never used that word just to, my cisgender sister or my cisgender. I've never used the word. However, it's a medical term. It's a scientific term. And it literally is to differentiate between a biological woman and a transgender woman.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, it goes both sides of the fence, men and women.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people just think it just. Women.
If you don't understand it, it's because you don't want to understand it. It's how I feel. Just like when I'm saying I date straight presenting men. Mm-hmm. If you don't understand that, I feel like you don't want to understand that. Oh, ain't no man straight if he fucking with you. Okay, that's your opinion. Mm-hmm. You ask him what he is.
Oh, wow.
Ask him what he is. And he's going to tell you he's a straight man. Mm-hmm. He's going to tell you that I'm his woman.
And then what do you think their reaction to him saying that is going to be?
What I hear, their reaction might be, I hear, oh, I want my ass whooped. Please beat my ass. Because I don't know what the fuck to say out of my mouth. So please slap the shit out of me. I'm begging. That's what I hear.
I just feel like when it comes to trying to tell a man what his sexuality is, a lot of people, it's almost like they're trying to humble them or belittle them. You know what I mean?
Okay, so here's my question to a lot of the women out there. How many of you have had experiences with other women but don't consider yourself gay? Or don't even consider yourself bisexual. Or bi-curious? Mm-hmm. Which is what you are at the least if you've done it.
At the least.
So by definition, we're going to go by definition. But you are at the very least bi-curious. If you've thought about it, done it one time, will do it again. You are at the very least bi-curious. So do you consider yourself that, or are you straight because you got 6 kids by 6 different niggas?
Do you feel like women who've had sex with other women in the past should tell their men?
I don't. Oh, this is tricky.
Ain't it tricky?
I don't feel like they have to, but if they did, I don't think it would be a problem. I think it would be more accepted. Like if think about it, you got Boosie, two red bones kissing in the backseat, and my girl
See,
got a girlfriend. Chevy blue like
see that's
whirlwind.
the argument, especially in the black community, because I know like when people see this video, they be like, "That's a man. He don't care. He don't care."
But believe it or not, some men do.
Some men do care, but that's just. I hate how people just try to push these narratives. Like this is why a lot of black men don't want to come out because black men are supposed to fit this mold of
They're a
this.
monolith. Black men are supposed to be a monolith. Meanwhile, black women can be an array of colors. I wish y'all could see how far this dressed and rose up sitting in this chair. My drawers out.
Ah. So, what is the biggest misconception people have about transgender women?
That we want to be women and that we want your man.
So, you don't want to be a woman?
I want to be a trans woman.
Okay.
I want
So,
to have tits at the top and dick at the bottom.
it's
I don't
not
want a
basic.
coochie. I don't want to give birth. Well,
You
full
don't.
transparency. The only way that I would like have a sex change is if they told me I could have a baby. That would be the only way I would do it. Um, Otherwise, I'd rather keep my penis. I'd rather keep my penis, my sheeness, and drive the dope boys crazy.
What's something people say or ask that they think is harmless but actually come across as disrespectful?
It's a lot. It's a
Give me
lot.
one good one.
Um. So, do you like fuck these niggas or are they fucking you? Who's doing the bending? Very
They
intrusive
want to know your
into,
position.
yeah,
Your
like,
position.
you know how when, especially like new girls, when they meet a gay and they just start asking a bunch of questions. I think that bitch, I'm a human.
How do you feel about when the girls meet you and is giving, oh hey girl, what's tea, slay, all of the antics? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Girl,
How do
get
you
your faggot
feel?
ass on.
You don't like that?
Because you're doing too much for what? Why are you trying so you're trying to overly appease me? Like you're trying to connect on something I don't even do. I don't do all that. I don't do all that. I'm not that's not
And especially like not to that degree. And then
right.
it's also like even if we do get those type of teas, it's usually like within
Between
out. Yeah.
right. We can sit down and have a key or something like that. It's
Yeah.
not like, oh, we're riding around the city all day, every day.
Right.
Yeah, girl, honey,
Slay.
chill, slay.
And then
Like, who
it's
the
also
fuck?
two sides to that because some people are like it's kind of like harmless and they really think that they supposed to like but some people try to be funny and try to clock your tea so other people can get into your tea.
Right.
Bitch, let's not. Because I remember this girl approached me at Wawa. I was giving it, and I was looking at her like she was crazy. Like, don't.
Please don't do
This
that.
not the place or the time,
Please, if you see
sweetheart.
me in public and you admire me, just say hello. Like regular as a bitch. Oh, what's up? Some shit like that.
Right.
But please don't walk up on me being extra flamboyant. Please don't fag out.
Yeah, that's the worst. And my patience is so short. I would look at you like you fucking crazy.
I'm gonna walk off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
like.
walk off.
And then like I remember because it was two girls, but the loudest one she had kind of approached me without really approaching me, but she was like really loud, and then she was like, "Damn, he couldn't even say thank you."
What am I
Nah,
thanking you for?
I mean
Humiliating
she
me?
did throw in a compliment, but that's not the
But
point.
that's a backhanded compliment if you got to do
Exactly,
it
and
like
then
that.
I feel like you was trying to like really
You trying to read
clock
me. You
my
trying to be
tea in
fierce.
front of
You trying
everybody.
to be
You know what I'm
fierce.
saying? I mean, even though everybody here already knew the tea, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted because it's like I'm not trying to hide anything, no tea, no shade. But it's like you trying to bring attention to something that really don't. I mean, bitch, I'm already getting the attention anyway. But you trying to bring even more attention to something that really don't need it. Someone has never had a conversation with a trans person before. What's one thing you would want them to know?
I would want them to know that we're human and we bleed just like you. We have emotions just like you. We could be hurt just like you. We can feel disrespect just like you. So anything that you wouldn't want me to do to you, have that common decency not to do it to me. Treat me like a human. If you don't want to treat me like a woman, treat me like a human. Respect me. But
I like that. Treat me like a human. Because at the end of the day, that's what we all are. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, and people fail to realize that people get so stuck on titles and you shouldn't be doing this. And I'm not calling you that, but at the end of the day, we all human. So just
And then
like,
it's not ever about what you call me. It's about what I answer to.
mm-hmm.
So call me what you want. Call me what you want. You can call me whatever you want. I'm going to disassociate. I will never deal with you again. I got a bitch right now that I do not talk to. I loved her. She's family.
Mm-hmm.
We don't speak right now because she's a disrespectful bitch.
Oh wow.
And once you cross certain thresholds with me, I'm gonna make you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to be around me or we are gonna be quote unquote friends, then respect me because I'm never going to disrespect you. And once you disrespect me, especially when I know that you're doing it to be disrespectful, this isn't an accident, this isn't a mistake, this is something you're aware that you're doing. So
So you just blocked her completely out your life.
yeah.
And I don't blame you because I feel like at the end of the day, we get into the age where life is about peace, it's about respect. And if you don't align in those, then baby, you gotta
You
go.
gotta go. You're not gonna interrupt my peace.
Family, friends, it don't matter who you are. Cause I actually blocked one of my cousins. This was actually a couple of years ago. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't remember the exact reason, but I know that I seen her doing like
Some
some
funny shit.
homophobic stuff on Facebook. So I basically blocked her. And
Let
I'm
me
just
tell you
like, I don't have to
something.
deal with this.
I had a friend, best friend. Anybody watching this that knows me knows who this best friend is. So I don't need to say her name.
Oh wow.
Um, and she would have like these mental breaks, these mental episodes, and every time she would slip into like a manic episode, she would start preaching the Bible and what God has to say about
I think I know who you're talking
homosexuality.
about.
Yeah, I know you do. And and all her vitriol would turn to me.
For real.
And and her family. And her family. But I remember this one time in particular, y'all. It's gonna be a funny story, but it ain't funny. So we're looking for
Why am I
her.
laughing already?
So we're looking for her because she's been missing now.
Uh-huh.
And
She not still missing though, is she?
no, she's not
Because
still
I
missing.
oh yeah,
No,
I
this
think
was years ago. This was
okay,
years ago. She was missing. We were looking for her. So something registers in our mind. Let's go up there to that church and see if she's
That's girl, that's not funny.
Girl, I haven't even gotten to the funny part yet. We pull up to the church, lo and behold, this bitch sitting in the parking lot with her son.
Girl, doing what?
That's where they sleeping at the night. That's what she's saying. And mind you, they got a whole apartment to go live in, but she wants to sleep out here in the parking lot at the church.
Girl, I am
So at
weak.
this point, it's not raining yet. Because this is when it gets funny. It's not raining yet. We get in the car
Uh-huh.
with her and we're like, hey, come on and go home. We love you. You know, we're trying to coach her out of this thing. Right? Why did y'all bring him?
Oh.
Me.
Oh wow.
Then after
And
that, she punched her sister in the face
in the church
in the church parking lot.
girl, that's not funny.
So then she gets out of the car. She gets out of the car. It's pouring down raining at this point. It started raining. We're like, girl, it's raining outside. You're not sleeping in the car. Come on, let's go. She gets out of the car. She's walking around just.
Oh my
And
god. She gave a show.
I looked at her sister. I said, call the people. Call the people to come get her. Call the people to come get her.
Girl, y'all
We're not gonna
dumb.
be able to get her in here.
As soon as y'all see her car in their parking lot, y'all should have called the people.
Probably should have, but we thought we could handle it.
Right.
We couldn't. So and so it's pouring down rain and she's outside, she's soaking with, we're like, girl, get in the car. Girl, get in the car. And she won't get in the car. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna stand out here and get sick because you want to be dumb.
Right.
I get back in the car. I said, did you call the people? She's like, yeah, they're on the way. So the people come, we tell them the people she's married. She's telling them, I'm not married.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not married. So I'm hearing her, and I'm just looking at the sisters, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Is she not married? Because I thought she was married. Is she married? Yeah, she's married. She's married.
Okay.
Um, and then she telling people, don't let my son go with them. This is after she's not married. Okay, she just told people she's not married. I mean, she just told people she's not married.
Mhm.
Don't let my son go with them. Call my husband.
What? But you just said that you was. You just said that you wasn't.
Um.
But who is
Anyway, the
it?
point of that story was deep down, we should have never been friends because she always had some resentment against me because of what she knew about my life.
Mm-hmm.
She would always try to correlate me being a prostitute to sleeping with married men. She would always try to correlate, she would always find a way in her manic moments for her true self to arise.
Mm-hmm.
And I had dismissed it several times. I dismissed it several times.
Mm-hmm.
The last time that it happened, I just said, this is it. I can't do this. And the last time we had an issue really wasn't because of that. The last time we had an issue is because I allowed her to come stay with me, come live in my house.
Mm-hmm. I think I remember you telling me about this story.
Just know someone was dragged out.
Yeah, I definitely remember that story. Yeah, that's how like I know exactly who you're talking about. But I think I had followed her on IG or something like that, and I remember she was going through a lot, and I remember like just randomly like checking in on her because she used to go live, and then like I started noticing like she was doing better and getting back to herself, and I was just so happy to see her like get back in that space of like but I didn't know she was doing all that to you, girl. She was doing a whole lot, no tea, no shade, but
Fuck her.
girl, when I fucked the cousin, but yeah, I get it. I block
Until you do
cousins.
right by me, everything you touch go continue to crumble.
Okay, but now something you mentioned in that story, married men. How do you feel about married men? Before we wrap this up, how do you feel about?
I feel like married men have a commitment to the people that they took vows with.
And that's all you gotta say about that.
What more would you like me to what more would you like me to say?
Do you get approached by married men often?
Well, it used to be a part of my job.
Okay.
That's who mostly would purchase services from me.
Now, would they tell you they married or?
Not all the time. Sometimes you can tell. And I'm gonna be honest. I feel like a lot of my bad karma came from me not caring. But now, being a woman of a certain age, I'm going
Mhm.
through some things, growing and learning.
Growing and learning.
Um, I would never do. I wouldn't. I don't. I wouldn't date a married man. I wouldn't be enthralled or in love in a relationship with a married man. I wouldn't have sex today with a married man, not knowingly, because I would not want it done to me.
Mhm.
I wouldn't want to be married and afraid to ask my husband what's going on, so I got to go to the next bitch.
Mhm.
I wouldn't want to be married and know that, oh, he's late again from work today. I wonder what bitch he's fucking.
Mhm.
I would hate that. That's how people get hurt.
Facts.
Um, so I don't think it's okay, and I encourage married men to just be honest with your wives because some of your wives want to watch
Not the
or
one to
be
watch.
involved.
I've a long time ago, I had my situation with this guy who was married, but to my defense, I didn't know that he was married when I first met him. And then
When did you find out?
this probably like a month into it.
And what did you do when you found out?
But this is the thing. I was in a 5 year relationship with my boyfriend
So you were
too.
both cheating.
Of course, basically. But
Wow.
but I was me and my boyfriend at the time, we was like at the end of our relationship. Like we was going through a whole lot of stuff. We were living together and but we was living in the same house but we wasn't even talking. So
The one
we
that I know?
yeah.
Okay.
So we was, we already knew that that was gonna go downhill. So I started seeing somebody else. And so I overheard him on the phone. That's how I found out that he was married. So then he told me his tea, and then I told him my tea, and then we was like, well, damn, what we gonna do? So we just kept on doing what we was You want to let the people know how can they follow you? Where can they find you? What projects
Um,
you have coming up?
so I am in the process of trying to get together a podcast myself.
Facts.
Which I'm praying that you would come and grace us with
Of
your presence when it's up and running.
course. And this is not going to be your first and last time on this one, too. You know, we got to keep running it back with, some different topics and things
Of
like that.
course,
But,
dynamic duo.
okay. I'll
And
edit
you
it
can
out.
follow me at LaBreia with two A's on Instagram, and then also LaBreia Nashay Anderson on Facebook.
Okay.
And I have a TikTok. I'm not sure the name. It's probably like Bria Baby or something like that. Just look for the gorgeous black girl.
Okay. Let's get into that. And also I want to give a big thank you to LaBreia for coming on and gracing us and supporting the vision, because let me just say this. I reached out to a couple of people, and a lot of people, they was saying they was, with it, and a lot of people was saying, well, they really didn't say much of nothing, but I could tell that they wasn't with it, as far as the
Right.
podcast. But I just want to say thank you, because this is the second time we had to record
Baby,
this.
this is a reshoot.
This is a reshoot. But I noticed, like, ever since, like, the gender bender days, like, back in the day, you was always ready. You was always showing up, like, for everything. Like, every type of event or show, like, where you had to be there or we needed you, you was always there.
Well, I try to be dependable and I always want to support because I feel like we were meant to be
Hmm.
like in the limelight. I feel like you're a star. I
And
feel
you are
like I'm a
too.
star.
Hmm.
And I'm not going to ever pass up the opportunity to shine bright.
Okay, shine bright like a diamond.
Shine
Shine
bright
bright
like
like
a
a
diamond.
diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Whoa, yeah, yeah. Y'all, that wraps up the Let's Tea About It podcast. So we will see you guys in the next episode. Bye, y'all.
Bye.